Forgot my bass again.
Anywhere you want it, that's the way you need it. Anywhere you want. That's like the most. I don't know. I feel like that's going to be on the most commercials from here on out.
That one? What?
Yeah, I just feel like it. I feel like anytime we have to sell some Subarus or, it's Crab Fest at Red Lobster. I feel like they just break that song out.
There's a song. I feel like it's everywhere on commercials, and I can't think of what it's like. You're making me maybe that one or.
Ooh, you're my best friend. That one.
That seems like it's everywhere.
That is everywhere.
I don't know.
I wish I wrote a hit song.
There's still time.
Do you think so?
No, for you.
I don't know. At my advanced age, I don't know how it's gonna go.
I'm writing songs.
You're my only hope, but I don't think you're gonna cut me in on the royalties. That's the only problem there.
You are correct.
Frankie C, on this episode, we're talking about P. Diddy. We're talking about D. Trumpy. And we're talking about R. Wilsey, Rebel Wilson. Lost her virginity, 35.
Hey, it happens. It's different times for everyone.
Immediately following that was a young lady, I believe from New York City, who said, I am 33 and I'm still walking with God. And I go, that's, again, didn't read the story. I'm like, we will read this together. We'll share this together. Plus, we have our Discord up and running. Link in the description of this episode. Click that and join up. Plus, we have a couple of other topics to discuss.
Oh, look at those. Flying by.
More. Let's go. It's a podcast. We got to. I did. I do like the theme song that was written by Frankie C. Is there a name for the theme song, or is it just the theme song for the podcast?
It's called AOA Finished in my folder. It literally is. I don't know. It doesn't have a name, but I would like, if you want, just put the whole. It's like 2.5 minutes. Put it up. People could hear the whole thing.
I never did do that, did I? You might have to resend it to me.
You never did it. Yeah, it's 2 minutes and like 16 seconds or something. If people want to hear it.
We should have somebody rename it. Hold on. I'm going to put this in the Discord.
Oh, but you have to. Are you going to put the song in there too, or just name?
Oh no, I'll put the song out, but I'm just going to say. Right. Also, I don't know where to just. Oh, general. Hold on. General topics.
Yeah, Discord is confusing a little bit. I'm not 100% on how it all works here. I'm not.
Why?
Because all right, we're in the general area, but what all the, like, if you go back, there's all these hashtags, like what they're all different, like sub chat rooms, kind of. I don't understand. Do you go in there as well?
Yeah, well, that's what I like about it. So God bless Raven, and I think Erin. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure how we got here, but there. Yeah, so there's general. So I guess that's for whatever you want to talk about. Ooh, there's an off-topic area.
I mean, what's off-topic, really? It's all off-topic. Like, there's never a topic.
Hold on. Here we go. I'm going to put a topic in the off-topic area.
No, it's already
divided. Fallopian tubes. Do we need them or not?
You all right?
Could you spell fallopian? Because Frank can't.
Maybe.
Yeah, spell fallopian.
I would guess. I'm thinking FIL, but is it FIL? Phil?
No,
it's FAL.
Yeah.
OPIAN.
FALLOPIAN. That's good for you though, because I was going to spell it PH.
So it's fall opian.
Yeah, I thought it was Phil Opian. I was going to spell it like Phil. This is my friend Phil. Phil Opian.
Why would it be? It's fall. It should have one L, and it should be FIL.
It's fallopian when you turn the clock back, and spring opian when you go forward.
Clock or? All right, never mind.
I was trying to come up with something better than clock, but I don't know what the fallopian tubes do really.
It's in your junk somewhere.
Okay. So general is just general, like boom, whatever you want to talk about. Like I shared, for instance, my favorite not favorite, but one of the more interesting April Fool's pranks in the general today. And then I went over to Ravens Cravens and I dropped a food pick
I see. So we
because
have
that's
all
where
these
the
different.
food discussion is.
See, why can't all of it be in one? See, I feel like a year from now, Discord is going to streamline and go, all right, everything's in one spot. And if you want to talk about if you're in the general and you want to talk about Ravens Cravens or whatever, just put hashtag Ravens Craven, or
Oh, I wonder if it works like that. Like, if I'm in general and I go, here's my dinner, hashtag Ravens Cravens, you think it puts it in there automatically? I don't know how this works.
I don't know exactly. It's a little confusing, and there's no tutorial. They should have like video games. There should be a tutorial. You have to defeat a boss, and you gotta like walk through it.
Yes. Where's the tutorial? Okay, now hold on a second. I just clicked the little bell and I have 3 friend requests. Why are there? I didn't know that there's friends on here. I thought I was friends with everybody that's in the Ravens Cravens.
See, I don't even know where to find my friends.
I don't know. There was a little bell.
Friends.
You sent me a friend request.
All right, so yeah, I have 4 friends.
Okay, is your profile pic Glory Hole Rec Area?
Yes,
that's great.
Thank you.
Jay Sabs, are you on the Discord yet?
No, I have no idea what that is.
It's just another social media thing called Discord.
It's a lib thing. You probably wouldn't enjoy it.
No, really, what is it?
It's social media. It's just another app to talk to chat on.
It's like a text app chat. I don't know. Raven, help me out here. Somebody give me a better description.
Like, what's the difference between this and Instagram or Twitter or whatever?
Okay, I don't think, and let me know if this is true, I don't think anybody can see this other than the people that have joined the AOA whole Discord. So we could be as racist as we want to be in here, and nobody will know. We can't get canceled. Also, it could be anti-Palestinian. Hold for edit. Also,
is it like
anti-Israeli? Okay, and whichever one you guys want to use in the end, you go with. Whoever wins, let's go with them, just for history's sake, so we don't get canceled.
Oh, here it is.
So this is basically like WhatsApp.
I think it's like another WhatsApp, but that's more like I don't know. That's like strictly text. I don't know. For instance, I went to Robin's Nest and I saw his both his guitars, and then I cackled out loud in a whatchamacallit, like I was online. I cackled out loud because Robin wrote under his guitars, I want a Les Paul, and Bird wrote, I want Mo Paul. And that was fucking hilarious to me.
I like it.
That I was like online at the bagel store and I went, ha! And then everybody looked at me.
Did you tell them to join the Discord?
I did. I go, do you guys like guitars? And then everybody looked at me weird. I was like, all right, never mind.
I'll have a poppy seed.
We've got to stop scooping bagels out.
Who scoops bagel? I think that's only by request.
Enough with the bagel scooping. I also have a big problem.
Are we really diverging onto food already? Have we?
Ravens Cravens.
Oh,
look what I put into the Ravens Cravens chat. I mean, I don't know if there's a meal more.
Is that out of a magazine or a website? You didn't make that.
I did not make that. This is a restaurant in Smithtown, and I love beef Wellington. So I told Cuddles, "This is where we gotta go." I asked Cuddles out on a date, but I don't want to. I don't want to go on a date with her. I just want to eat the beef Wellington.
Yeah, but find it. You should be like, oh, this could be something to do with the podcast. I gotta go, and you just go.
TD Freelancer said, I'm currently eating leftovers from my mom's Easter dinner. Puerto Rican food, arroz con gandules with pernil, which is roast pork, Frank.
Sounds good to me.
I don't know what gandules is.
I don't know either.
I only know arroz con pollo.
It all sounds great.
Yeah. So anyway, Janine, are you going to join the Discord?
Join, Janine. Join.
Yeah.
So, all right. So there's different rooms for different things. If we want to do a Ravens Cravens, there's a Ravens Cravens room. If you want to go to Robin's Nest, it's there. And
Right. Like for instance, okay, here, a lot of J-Sabs fan. People love J-Sabs, right? We're gonna start a new section that's gonna be naked pictures of J-Sab's neighbor. But he's hunky, so everybody's gonna like it.
Okay. How do you start a new thing?
I don't know.
Like,
I have no idea.
All right.
There's a page channel.
Right. Like, so you have to start. How do you start a new hashtag room? You know,
I don't know. There's birds. I don't know. I'm not in charge of this. It's Raven. Raven made the whole thing.
You're steering the ship here.
No, I didn't.
Oh, server. Okay, they're called servers, I think.
Yeah, which I think is dumb. Could I tell the Discord people that's very silly? The servers.
All right. So if you click the plus sign, it says create my own. But is that like in the AOA holes, or is that like a subcategory?
I don't know.
Or is it,
I don't know.
All right.
Raven, let me ask you a question. Frank wants to create his own server. How do we block him from doing that? Because I don't want him to make anything on there.
That's fine.
It's bad enough
you don't have to worry about that.
It's bad enough he ruins the podcast. I can't have him ruining the new cool Discord that we have.
You don't have to worry about that. I don't know what I'm doing anyway, so it's all good.
How about Frank's pranks? And we put up all the great pranks that you've executed over the course of it. What's the greatest prank you've ever pulled?
Pranks? I don't really. I'm not a big pranker guy.
Like classic Frank, before you cared about everybody. I like old school Frank.
I remember in high school. So in the lunchroom, just rows of tables like any other lunchroom. But at the front of the lunchroom was like where the guy who watched everybody, the teacher who sat up there and watched everybody, we called it the fish bowl because it was just a glass room at the front of the cafeteria.
Yes.
And everybody dared me. I don't think this is a prank, but everybody dared me to plank on his desk.
I remember that.
You remember that? And I did it. And I went up there and I just laid on his desk. And he goes, "Frank, what the hell are you doing?" And I went, just give me 10 more seconds. This will all be over. And I did it. And I got up and I said, "Thank you very much." And I walked back to my seat.
I remember that. Oh my God, were we in high school and planking was a thing?
That was a thing. You just plank on random shit.
Old. Oh my God. The next week we got electricity. It was very exciting.
Yeah, which is why I wasn't too hard on the generation that was like, let's flip bottles and see how they land or whatever the fuck that was.
That's true.
Yeah, that was fine. We planked. They do the bottle flip. I think that's fine.
Oh my God, planking was such a thing. People would plank on the floor though. It would drive me crazy. Put their face like right on the floor. So skeevy.
Yeah, that's kind of gross.
Ugh.
That's the problem. So what did Diddy do?
Yeah, so join up the Discord, link in the description below. You want to go to Diddy next?
Let's Diddy it up.
All right. Diddy and the Billionaire Boys Network is the story today. All the people that interacted with Diddy. There's some interesting little stories here that I found out about Diddy. Diddy would cold call other billionaires randomly. Like
For what?
Just for random things. Like for instance, once he emailed is that Janine? Janine, are you moving?
My thing is, I don't know where it was. It was in my shirt somehow. One of the earpieces.
Oh, okay.
That was weird.
What was I going to say?
So he'd random call just billionaires for no reason?
Yeah, so he one day just emailed Mark Cuban and it was like, let me design your uniforms for the Dallas Mavericks. And so Mark Cuban was like so caught off guard by it. He was like, okay. And so he just let him do it. And then Sean John, Diddy's company, did it. So I guess for one season they had Sean John like designed uniforms. But it turned out it wasn't designed by P. Diddy at all. It was designed by the designer.
His company.
Yeah. And he just got it that way.
It's just random. Should we do that? Should we just call people and be like, "Hey, billionaire, give me a bunch of money to do something"?
I would love to do that.
Would that work?
It might. But I think like to your point, the lesson to be learned here is once you become a certain status, you start to get away with things that normally, like, forget you and I doing it. Let's say any other random company, like if somebody at Adidas emailed and was like, "Hey, we want to win the thing," he would have been like, "No, it's bid against
Win what
Nike
thing?
and everybody, like the uniforms, like bid against Nike and everybody else if that's what you want to do, you know." Several billionaires that were reached by the New York Post said that he would email them cold with business proposals, while other Wall Streeters claimed that he often went around bragging that he was a genius and also was treated like a genius, and that people in the New York Stock Exchange used to call him inspirational and on par with the founding fathers.
What?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Diddy acquired a Rolodex litter with bold-faced names. He partnered with billionaire investor Ron Burkle, was mentored by hedge fund guru Ray Dalio, had his fashion line sold in Macy's and Dillard's, went into business with alcohol giant Diageo, which is not an easy thing to do, opened the New York Stock Exchange with Estee Lauder heir William Lauder, struck deals with Zach Posen and Liz Claiborne, 50% owned his own TV channel, Revolt, launched a water range with Mark Wahlberg, teamed up with Salesforce's Mark Benioff to launch a black business marketplace. I told you about Mark Cuban and what he did there.
So all this is probably going away, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, I think he sold out of mostly all of his businesses.
Right.
Just before all this shit went down.
Is he a billionaire?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So, yeah, all this is probably, I'm sure, whoever's in business with Diddy right now is, like, trying to get out of it in whatever way they can.
Yeah, so when he did the Mavericks deal, he also got Ron Burkle to invest $2.9 billion. No, I'm sorry. He got him to put in a little bit of his $2.9 billion. He invested $100 million into Sean John, just like that, just out of like a, hey, you should be doing this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every time you say that name, I feel like you're going to say Ron Burgundy.
I know, right? In fact, there's a famous or now infamous photo of Diddy, Ron Burkle, and Michael Jackson celebrating the deal that they put together when it first happened.
Uh-huh.
Burkle would later on go to purchase Jackson's Neverland Ranch for $22 million.
Huh.
Isn't that weird?
It's a little weird. I feel like Neverland Ranch is like, I thought that was like closed up and nobody can, I guess it's he lives there or someone lives there, or it's a functioning place. I thought it was like condemned or something.
Ron Burkle has it now.
Yeah.
And apparently there's some angry cats in it.
Yeah, right. I don't know. He came down here yelling, so.
Is he? Well, he has something to say.
Maybe
Is
he
he
has something to
hungry?
say. Maybe. Were you at Diddy's house recently?
Analysts say that Diddy was one of the
he jumped
first.
on the-
Diddy was one of the first celebrities to essentially license his name to brands. I thought Trump was really the first one to kind of do that, but okay.
Yeah.
In 2007, he was approached by alcohol giant Diageo to become the brand spokesperson for its Ciroc vodka, but he countered by proposing that he become brand manager and chief marketing officer in return for 50% profit share. So I didn't know that. I thought he created that brand.
God bless you.
Thank you. Apparently it was around before. Yeah. One music business insider called him a master entrepreneur, describing his savvy negotiations that led many in Hollywood to respect Diddy's business acumen.
So what happened? This is all his past.
This is all his past stuff. The big thing that happened today, the latest that happened today, was he put out an Instagram of his little daughter for Easter.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
You saw that again, just acting like nothing wrong.
This is the first thing he's done since all this stuff started coming out and happening.
Yep, this is it was his first post back on social media. Again, the first time he was spotted in public was with the twins in Miami,
Right.
and then he posted a picture of Baby Love, his baby, right there. A little happy Easter from Baby Love, everybody.
Okay.
I would like to get a Baby Love.
Baby love, my baby love.
Yeah.
Missing you.
If anybody doesn't have a nickname in the live chat, Baby Love is up for grabs.
Let's go get it while it's there.
Yeah.
How's P. Kitty doing over there? Still.
Yeah. How are you, Janine? Because it usually sounds like the cat was about to pounce.
Where'd he go? Come here.
Robin Anthony, you are so good looking. Thank you. Thanks for that.
Nope. Now he's just looking at me.
Oh yeah, Paul. He had pink. Apparently, Diddy had pink cocaine.
What?
How fucking fancy are you? That you got pink cocaine. I read that somewhere.
I want cocaine, but I want it to be pink. It's like what? It's not it's not enough. I got your cocaine. You need it pink. How do you even do that?
Well, you know what they say: more money, more problems.
And pink cocaine.
Is that just like food coloring?
I don't know how it works.
You should know, Anthony, since you love Coke.
I know. I was thinking about this the other day.
How much I love.
No, I'm never gonna do cocaine. Like it's never gonna happen.
Good.
Yeah, same here.
Why? Yeah.
I don't know. Like
You're never gonna do an illegal drug that'll fuck you up. Good for you.
Like heroin or like. Okay, you know what scares me, and this is going to sound really stupid to people and silly, but methamphetamine. Methamphetamine sounds.
Yeah, it's all fucked up.
No, I know they're all dangerous, but like methamphetamine, like never. I'm not even curious about that. It just feels dirty. Everybody says it's like cheap and dirty, and just skeevy and skeezy and all that.
What if you call it crystal meth? A little better.
I guess so. But I would never do that. I would never do any of these drugs.
Good.
But you're not a little curious of what being high on heroin feels like?
No.
Oh,
I don't want to know. No, I don't want to.
Not enough to do it. But that's why I'm saying, like, I'll never get to slam dunk a basketball. There's things that I just know I'm limited to doing.
You could slam dunk a basketball. They have trampolines and they have those trampoline places. You bounce around.
I know.
Yeah, maybe not like
on
a regular
NBA court. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I can't. There's a lot of people that can't do that.
But there's if we walk down the street in New York, we could probably acquire coke or heroin like that. And I'm not going to do it, but it does irk me a little bit because I'm like, I wonder what that must feel like. Because I think about, who I think about with this all the time? The guy from Sublime, Bradley Knowles.
Yeah.
When he was I'm just going to do heroin for a year. He's like, just going to be an experiment. It's going to be for a year. And then I'm going to, boom, give it up and walk away from it. And then 11 months and 4 days or something. And he overdosed on it.
Yeah.
He was coming to the end of the little experiment. But I do wonder what that feels like because everybody's probably been drunk at some point in their life or maybe had a weed or
well, I could just come over to your house with a 2x4, smack you on the head a couple times. It'll probably give you a similar experience.
Yeah,
you'll be dazed. You'll be a little I don't know where I am kind of a feeling.
Yeah, but I mean that stuff like heroin, ayahuasca. That's not an addictive substance, but don't you ever wonder what that feels like and where you go and all that kind of stuff?
Not really. I don't. It doesn't seem. Anytime it's portrayed on movies or on TV, it does not look fun. It doesn't look interesting. It looks like you look. Number one, it makes you act and look stupid.
Yeah.
Number two, the person doing it doesn't have their, is not really
Doesn't have their stuff together.
Doesn't have their stuff together, and it all seems so seedy and shady, and I wouldn't want to be a part of that world.
Okay, but
And I know people have, there are people I'm sure watching that have been, and I came back from it. That's great. I'm glad that you weren't, sucked in, and good thing that you're off of it.
Dr. Dex is offering to write us a script for methamphetamine. Adderall. Is Adderall methamphetamine?
I guess, according to Dr. Dex.
I thought Adderall.
PhD?
What's the deal with Adderall? Doesn't it make you like focus?
Yes. It's the kids who have ADD and ADHD, which is all lumped into one now anyway. They take that.
And then I guess what if you take like massive amounts of it, it makes you just hallucinate or something?
I don't know. You're asking the wrong person.
I know Janine's never done a drug in her life.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm
Such
not,
a good girl.
I got no interest in any of that.
Aunt, have you seen Train Spotting? No. Is it good? Have you seen Train Spotting?
I have not, but it's a big old. I think it's a big old drug movie.
Just JSAB's Train Spotting?
No.
So all right, so pink cocaine is what Diddy had.
Yeah. No, but getting back to it. Okay, let me ask you this question. You're 87. Doctors are like, hey, you don't have much longer, Frank.
Mm-hmm.
Do you go, yeah, let me do a hit of heroin and see what it's all about? Do you hit it on the way out?
That's not on my bucket list. No.
No.
Something like
No.
that. I'll go skydiving or something. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna go. All right, let me just do some heroin and get it over. No.
I never
thanks.
had any desire to do drugs, but also I saw someone OD, so that was not great.
Yeah, I don't care for ODing.
I
Yeah,
saw
that's-
that at work, actually, where I used to work on Wall Street, and heroin and meth he was on.
Yeah,
So,
it doesn't seem
yeah.
fun.
That was not.
No interest.
I was just like, I think maybe I was traumatized because of that. So like, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, doesn't look fun, does it?
I could do without that. I could do without foaming at the mouth.
I know. None of that appeals to me. I just doesn't curiosity get the best of you on what it feels like?
No.
It does for
Maybe
me.
things that are 9 inches, not that.
Not enough to do it. Like I wouldn't do it now for fear of what would happen. But if I was like 87 and the doctors are like, Aunt, you got cancer, it's probably going to be 6 months or so. I might think about, well, let me try a little heroin maybe, or God knows whatever they'll have then. Who knows what it'll be then?
I don't need to shoot myself in the foot to know it's not going to be a good experience. Yeah.
No, but they say, but here's the thing though.
Go ahead. Oop. Wait.
Here's the difference. And I've heard a lot of drug addicts say this. The first time's not the problem. The first time's the best part. It's then going back and chasing that feeling
That
forever.
never happens. Yeah.
And never being able to get back to it. That drives me crazy. Like I don't want that. To me is like being in an uncomfortable space. I don't want anything to do with that. But to feel that first time out before you just kick off and you die anyway, I don't know. There's something slightly appealing to all that.
Well, I'm not your hookup for that. So good luck. Good luck finding it. I'm sure, when you're, what was it, 87?
Yeah.
Even like,
Good.
like those kids who like take pills, like, I'll be honest, I took a pill accidentally when I got my wisdom teeth taken out. I thought the doctor had given me like, like the extra strength Tylenol where you don't have to take 4 of them, you just take 1.
Yeah.
And not Tylenol, ibuprofen. And it wasn't, and it was a painkiller, and I will never ever do that ever again because I felt so sick, and I'm like, and people steal and kill for this, to feel this way,
Yeah, I hated it. When I had my back surgery, I took, what the hell was it? What's the painkiller that gets prescribed?
Percocet, Oxy.
Maybe it was Oxy. May have been, I don't remember which one it was, but I took one after I got my back surgery, and I was like, no, thank you, because it just, first of all, it knocks you out, and then when you think you're awake, you try to get up. This is, I guess, my experience. I was asleep, and then I would dream that I'm getting up out of bed, and then it was very difficult to get up out of bed, and once I kind of almost made it, I was back in bed, and it was just a never-ending, just repeating of me trying to get out of bed, like my head was being held down because it was so heavy, and I just couldn't get up, and every time I would gain a little, a little headway and trying to get my head off of the bed. Once I would go overpower every urge and go, all right, I'm up, and I would instantly be back down on the bed. I'd be like, oh, that was all fake. That's bullshit. And it just kept doing it, and it was just like a miserable. I'm like, no, this is awful.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah,
I have to
not
admit
great.
something. Wait, I completely forgot. I have taken a drug, a very strong one. Hello.
Is
do you
it
think?
love?
No.
Oh,
I've taken fentanyl because that's what's in an epidural when you're in labor.
See, you drug addict.
all right.
You've
How
been
did
in
that
labor a
feel?
lot. I hear just for the fentanyl. That was the reasoning.
How did that feel?
Not great either.
Yeah, I don't. This
It's
doesn't. None of it.
I'll
None of
be
it seems
honest,
good.
to me, that is the worst part about giving birth is because you have to stay extremely still while you know something is like a huge needle is going in your back.
That is insane. A needle in your spinal cord.
Right. And you feel the last time it felt the weirdest to me. I did not like the way it felt at all. The doctor's like, oh, your legs are gonna like feel like they need to kick. And I was like, this didn't happen last time. He's like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah. And then I swear they both like bucked out, and I was like,
Jeez. Was it like a different spot? Did he go to like a different?
I don't know, but it didn't work on one side. So yeah, I felt a lot of that. But yeah, it's like I don't know. It's a weird
fun.
feeling.
That's why I won't get pregnant.
Get
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I refuse.
Doesn't sound fun.
Raven, I didn't get the epidural. TD freelancer. Oh my God, don't remind me. Yeah, the same thing happened to Cuddles. They didn't get it right the first time, and then it was like too late for that. I don't remember what it was. I just remember the whole thing being a fucking nightmare with the
Sounds
epidural.
awful.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Shenanigans. Ant just wants to get high in an amusement park, meet a random dog, and eventually fall asleep in an Italian sports car. That is a Sopranos reference. That's true.
Oh.
Well,
That's
when you're
very
87.
Susan, I'm like Anthony, curious, especially if I'm 90 years. Yeah, that's the thing. Nobody wants to be a drug addict. But I'm curious to see what that what all the hubbub is about.
Anyway,
A little bit.
you do your 87-year-old thing.
Yeah, I would definitely do. And here's the problem, though. I bet you my stupid kids would ruin it with their bullshit. Like, we need you around, Dad.
Right.
Give me a break. Leave me alone. Let me get high like a good 90-year-old would.
So your last day, you're in the hospital. That's it. You got hours left. All right, shoot me up. That kind of thing. Or
No, I don't know if it's.
you
like
want
if-
to be alive and coherent enough to know what it's like.
Yeah, like I think it's bucket list. I think it's bucket list
that's
kind of
It's a bad bucket list.
like if I'm that age and I haven't jumped out of an airplane by that time, I think I'd be like, let's do that too. Let's get this stuff.
Yeah, I'd do that.
Let's see what this is all about. I see, but I wouldn't do that now.
Right.
I wouldn't do the drug, and I wouldn't jump out of a plane now. I mean, I would listen. It would have to be if somebody caught me on a day and they were like, "You want to do it?" I might go and do it. But for the most part, I'm probably not going to do it. Nor do I find myself in any situation, since I can't get my friends to even go to a movie with me, thinking that we're going to be jumping out of a plane anytime soon. You know?
If you're not going to get me to sit there and look at a movie for 2.5 hours, there's no way you're getting me up in a plane.
Yeah, I don't think so. Janine, would you jump out of a plane?
No.
Was that a yes or a no? I couldn't hear.
No.
Okay.
It's a no. I would do I'd do it when Aaron and I when we're older. That's what I would do it. Trainspotting is amazing.
I'm embarrassed for not seeing the Trainspotting. The lone wolf shaking his head over the Trainspotting.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, but
Not
you're
the lone wolf.
that's people have an expectation of me and what.
No, they don't. All right, what did Trump do now?
Okay, Trump. He paid the $175 million bond so he can continue with his appeal for that whole thing.
Right.
This snuck under my radar too. So Trump quasi sold Truth's. Is everything okay? Janine, are you okay?
Yeah.
Trump quasi sold Truth Social because it went public and it went public under the stock name DJT. Okay.
Right.
And the company that owns Truth Social, Trump Media and Technology Corp. So that began trading under DJT last Tuesday. After the initial public offering, it skyrocketed and gave him a wealth of like $5 billion or something absurdly crazy like that. Right.
So he could have paid the
well,
$500 million thing.
But here's the caveat. He can't sell any stock for 6 months because that's part of the initial public offering. Like the price goes out, people buy, and then you can't have the principals. Because if they would have sold on day one, that's essentially insider trading. You can't do that shit. It's illegal.
Gotcha.
Right. So he has to stay vested, as they call it, for X amount of time. Whatever that is, it's negotiated and it's different for everybody and whatever the particular case is. So for Trump, it's for 6 months. Okay. But DJT lost more than $58 million in 2023, like the Truth Social, because Truth Social only generated $4.1 million in revenue over the entire year of 2023. So that company made $4.1 million. They lost $58 million. And as a result of these financials finally getting out and becoming available, DJT started to tank today, and the stock price is now plummeting.
That's a shame.
So all the money that he had made, they're saying now, is pretty much wiped out. And obviously nobody knows where the stock is going to go from here. But I was watching, and I don't really watch John Oliver too much anymore, but I just so happened to catch John Oliver because I got to be on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Janine, did you watch Curb?
Oh yeah.
So I was delayed because I was watching them. I was, putting out a couple at a time, but I had to get back on live because last night was the penultimate episode. So this coming Sunday is the final episode.
Wait, is it really already?
Yeah, that's it. The next episode is the final episode, which I find heartbreaking because I'm like, this could be. I think that would be episode 9.
When it's all over, that's when I'll start the whole series.
Yeah. So, and my little theory on what was going to happen, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's still going to happen, but I thought.
Don't say anything. Don't ruin it.
Okay, I won't say anything.
Don't ruin it, you bastard.
So anyway, I was on the live Curb, and then after Curb, John Oliver was there.
Oliver's good. He's got a good show.
Him, but I just haven't been watching his shows. I mean, I put it on, and he basically had a little segment with all of this on it. Not about the part about him losing, because at the time that he was recording this, everything was fine with the stock. It was today, really, mostly when the thing started to tank.
Right.
But he was saying, or he had shared a clip of Tim Pool saying that people don't have to donate to him any longer, that it makes more sense for people who want to support him to buy the stock. Because inflating this and letting him then sell it at a higher price, he's going to make more money than if he just were to donate. So in other words, if you donated $100 to his campaign, you're better off buying $100 worth of stock, because he's going to be able to, the more people who will buy it, the higher the stock price will go, which means the higher he can sell it out. So he'll actually make more money through the stock than he will through any simple donations.
Gotcha.
which is kind of crazy to me because I feel like he has indirectly found a new loophole for people to pass money through to political candidates.
Yeah,
and
this seems,
possibly even government officials eventually,
isn't that like controlling? I don't know what it's called, but isn't there like a wet, like controlling if the stock goes up or down? Isn't that if you go on and say, don't, buy this stock and it'll give him money? I don't know.
Yeah, you can't. Well, he can't say it,
He can't do that.
but Tim Pool said it for him.
Okay, good.
And if everybody starts saying it for him, which I don't know why anybody would. I mean, it makes sense. If I'm going to donate $100 to your campaign, that $100 is gone. So I might as well buy the stock. You'll get more out of it. And so I lose the money anyway. Who cares? I guess that's the mentality. Like if you're donating money. But again, I encourage everybody never to donate to a politician anytime ever. It just seems like a shit waste of money, no matter who it is.
Good advice.
Have you ever donated to a political campaign? I have not in my entire life, nor will I ever. Maybe when I'm 90 and I'm doing heroin, I'll finally peel off a 50 spot and give it to a politician. But until then, I just don't see it happening.
All right.
Rebel Wilson came out and admitted to everybody that she lost her virginity at 35.
Hey, everybody's got their time. That's what it is. No shame in that game.
I find that particularly strange.
That is very strange.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's that's what it is.
I think there's a lot wrong with it.
Okay. No, I mean, if that's your story, that's your story. Don't need to be ashamed of it. She came out and said it, so she's obviously not ashamed of it.
Here's the other thing I hate about it, because also she's trying to sell a book.
Right.
Well, there you go.
How do we know this is true? There's no way of. There's one thing you can't prove is the virginity story.
If someone came out and said, "Well, I had sex with her, and she, when she was 25 or whatever," someone could, a former boyfriend or whoever, could come out and say that.
I guess so, unless the person she slept with at 25 unfortunately died in a tragic trampoline accident or heroin overdose
while he was jumping out of a plane.
He was high off his ass, pulled the ripcord, realized it was just the thing on his sweatshirt. He never put a thing on.
Right.
And he's dead.
Hoodie string. Yeah, that's not.
Yeah.
Don't wear a hoodie when you're skydiving. Too many strings.
I'm skydiving. I'm dead. Do you remember that? Will Ferrell from Wedding Crashers.
Oh,
dude, he's at one of the.
Oh yes.
Funerals. Yes. He's like, I picked her up yesterday.
Yeah. Fucked up. So all right, Rebel Wilson. That's 35. It's later than I guess the average, I'm sure, but she's not ashamed of it.
She's not ashamed of it. It's the slug line to sell the book. Yeah. She told Hoda on the Today Show, "Nobody knew that about me. I just thought if I'm going to write a memoir, I'm just going to put everything in it." So the first person to find out was the editor of my book, Mindy. Hoda asked Rebel Wilson what she was embarrassed about, and Rebel joked, "Well, now the headline." Wilson added that she had seen the movie The 40-Year-Old Virgin starring Steve Carell. She said, quote, "I thought, well, maybe if I lose my virginity before 40, it won't be that bad."
Yeah, mission accomplished.
Yeah. I
mean, was it by choice? Did she say like, I just... No, obviously it's by choice. But like, was she trying to, lose it earlier?
Let me see. She said, "I'm glad I lost my virginity on my terms."
Yeah, all right. So there you go.
I mean, I was more than ready by that age. She also added there were good things about choosing to wait, that she chose to share her journey to help readers feel less alone.
Wait, how old is she now?
That's a good question. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know. But as soon as she said that, somebody came right out. Alora Dannon Campbell, serial killer name.
She's 44.
She's 44. Okay.
Yeah.
So this young lady wrote this piece, like Rebel Wilson, "I'm a 33-year-old virgin and I'm proud of it."
Okay.
At 32, Alora Dannon Campbell was ashamed to admit that she was a romantic late bloomer. She was a virgin. She hadn't had her first kiss or even dated anybody.
Wow.
It was such a point of embarrassment. She told the New York Post, "Society just makes you feel like this thing that you should be ashamed of and that there's something wrong with you." Yeah. No, I think that's fine. You should be ashamed of that.
You're an ass. What's wrong with you?
No, I'm serious.
Why should you be ashamed of that?
No, you should be ashamed, like, to not have a date or anything. Like,
It's your choice. If you don't want to date anybody, you don't have to date anybody.
no, see, I'm against that.
Everybody should date everybody.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. And I know it's hard for people because people get very shy and they feel very, you have to put yourself out there. It is a key part of life and growing up. You've got to.
Not everybody has the same. You don't have to follow the same path as everybody else, though.
I think everybody should follow my path.
Okay.
No, you're right. Everybody has their own. No, listen, everybody has their own path. Some people are going to lose their virginity at 24. Some people are going to do it at 18, 50, whatever it is, right? That's all going to be fine. Once you start creeping into the 30s and you haven't been on a date yet, that is a serious issue that needs to be addressed.
For you?
No, I think for everybody, because I think you're starting to get into dangerous territory.
For what? What's dangerous about that?
For missing out on life. I think you're getting
for
into
you, but might not be what's important for that person. That person might not, maybe has a lot of family and friends, has their job, has a fulfilling life, and doesn't want to do that. Doesn't
imagine being. What did you say, Janine?
Get banged. Doesn't want to get banged.
Yeah, if that's not what they're going for, or they're what they want to do, then that's up to them. If it's like having children, some people see by this age or this is the plan, you have this many kids. And some people go, it's not for me. It's not the life I want, and that's not what my goal is, and that's not where we're going. Everybody's got their own.
You
my
sound
point
like
is,
speaking from experience.
yeah, we don't have kids.
I don't blame
that's
you.
what it is. We don't, that's
I
not what we
don't
want.
blame you.
Yeah, stop rubbing it in.
Right.
So it's everybody has their own personal path that they want to go on.
I agree with that. I think you need to have at least been on a date by the time that you're 20 years old. I mean, you have to. What? You have to, because I think the reason why people listen, getting married, people's choice, having kids, people's choice,
dating, no choice. You don't
when to have sex with somebody, total choice. You have to put yourself out there, get rejected. You got to get hurt. You got to meet new people. You got to do all that stuff. It's a part of it, because I honestly feel like if you go to 30 without those tools, you're really putting yourself in some danger, because you could wind up going your whole entire life and not sharing your life with anybody. And that's crazy dangerous. Now, listen, some people like to be alone and live alone.
Yeah, that's my point.
That's fine.
So what's your problem?
But I think you can only make that determination once you've dated somebody and been a part of somebody's life. If you date for 5, 10, 15 years and then you go, you know what? I don't want to live with anybody. I want to live by myself. I want to get a fucking cat who makes a lot of noise during the podcast and just be by myself with the cat. Okay, fine. That's
pretend my roommate's alive, that kind of thing. Yeah,
all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Question: how much peanut butter do you think she has in her house with cats?
Probably a lot. Probably a lot.
No, listen. Butter. If someone does not want to date, they're not going to force themselves to go on a date. They'll go out, hang out with friends, talk to people. That doesn't mean they have to date those people. They could just live their lives. And my point is, not everybody has to follow the script of this is when you need to do this. This is when you need to do that. You don't have to date if you don't want to date. That's not a requirement.
I think it should be.
Well, that's your opinion. Point of view.
No, I do. Because I think, and I also think this too. I think your 20s is the time to do that stuff. It is every time in my life, I feel has been a unique time. There were things I did in my teens that didn't really fit in any other era. There's things I did in my 20s, like the dating and the meeting people and the bars and the this
and
and
that
the
was great
that.
for you. That worked out for
It was
you because that's
great.
what you wanted to do.
But I don't like. I know for sure I can't do that. Even if I wasn't with Cuddles, I could not do that in my 40s. And I know people go out and date in their 40s, and I think that's great. I don't know if I could do it. My point
Yeah,
being is
you.
that, yeah, no, but I'm saying everybody at some point in their life, in their 20s, should go out and date and experience what it's like to share life with somebody else. I think that is a key factor in living life.
No
And I
doubt that
think
it's a
that
great
people
thing.
who don't do that, I think that they are cheating themselves and they're missing out. And I think it could be a bad thing.
I agree that it is a great thing, and to share your life with someone else is a great thing, and date and whatever, all that stuff is all good. My point is, if someone, I mean, the people aren't stupid. They're aware of all that going on. They see people dating, they watch movies, they watch TV, they're aware of life. And if they look at it and go, yeah, I'm not into that, then that's their choice. Once you're an adult, you make your choice, you live your life. As long as you're not hurting anybody else, you live your life the way you want to live your life. If you don't want to date anybody till you're 100, don't date anybody. If you want to live like a hermit, it doesn't, that's not my, I wouldn't want to do that. Anthony wouldn't want to do that. But if that's your thing and it makes you happy and you're not hurting anybody, fine.
Disagree.
Why disagree? That's your life. You're an adult.
Yeah,
You get to do what you want.
You're being accepting and
Oh, so you don't want to accept everybody.
telling every. Yeah, I think that there are certain things that people need to do that even though they don't have to, it
Are
really
you talking
is
about
something.
evolutionary and scientifically and just the development of their personality and psyche and everything? Is that what you're talking
Yeah,
about?
because I think if you didn't have people like me pushing people like that, you would have a lot of people just sad and lonely by themselves. You'd have a lot of people getting to 70 going,
Well,
fuck,
there's a
why didn't I
difference
go
though.
date more?
There's a difference between like there are people who want to do that and just don't for some whatever reason.
lot.
That's different. Like if someone wants to do it and is afraid to or whatever the case may be, then it's it could be in terms of all right, maybe they need to open up a little more and seek some sort of help or counseling, whatever it is, to help them get over that fear. But if it's someone who's like, yeah, I'm aware of all of it, that's great for you.
But how are you aware unless you go out and do it?
You're not an idiot. You know what it will. You know what talking to people is, and you know what hanging out with people, and you're aware of what it all is. It's not like what's it? There's a line in Sister Act 2. I'm going to quote Sister Act 2 for you. Get ready. She goes, it was the nun. She goes, she's teaching like health class or sex ed or something, and the kid goes, what are you going to teach? How are you going to teach us about this? And she goes, you don't need to taste the donut to know that it's sweet or something like that. I think
Ooh, that
I'm
sounds kinda
paraphrasing, but that's what she said. And I just want to say really quick, Lisha Galagos, this is your shout out. Thank you for being a member for 2 years and 11 days at the That's What She Said level. Appreciate that.
Damn.
Yes, that is
I
awesome.
didn't see
Thank
that.
you.
Where did that go?
A little higher in the chat there. Alicia Galagos.
shit.
Lisha. Thank you. Appreciate it. So my point is, you're not giving credit to a person as much as they deserve. They don't need. Yeah, would it be great for everybody to experience life and everything that life has to offer? Sure, but there are people that once you're an adult, you can make up your mind for yourself. You don't want a dog. You never had a dog before. But you know that you're not equipped and you don't
Different,
want
though.
to take care of a dog. What?
That's different.
It's a life choice. That's all
No,
it is. Life choice.
It's different because you could look at a dog, you can see what it's like, you can understand what it's like to pet a dog, what it's like to have a dog jump on you when you come home. You can get those feelings, and then you could go walk the dog and it's freezing outside, then the dog comes back inside after a long walk and takes a shit on your carpet.
Yeah, that's
and
called
then you
having a
can go,
dog.
This is not for me. I can't have a dog. I'm not going to.
Well, that's the same thing as dating. You could look at it, you could observe it, you could watch movies, TV, you could talk to your friends about it.
You can't feel that
your
feeling
friends
unless you do it.
That's
Can't.
It's the same.
I have a great Test. Use some peanut butter and see if the dog or the
You with
human
peanut butter. You with the
goes
peanut butter.
first.
Good Lord.
No, here's the thing: marriage and children, owning pets. These are things you can experience and know without really know. Like, you don't have to get married to know what it's like to be married. There is a difference, but it's minimal. It's minimal in what it is, right? Between looking at your parents' marriage, a sibling's marriage, a friend's marriage, you can really get a good sense of it. When you get married, you probably feel different. When I got married, I felt different. I didn't really see it coming. Everybody told me what it would be like. I still felt it was a different feeling, but it was minimally, it wasn't too much that I was like, holy shit. There's nothing that can simulate that feeling of,
Sex?
I find, did you say sex?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, I find that person attractive. They reiterate that back to me, and we find this bond, and we kiss, and it culminates. That you can't recreate.
I'm not arguing that doing something and thinking about or something is two different things. I get that. You know, actually jumping out of a plane or thinking about jumping out of a plane are two different things.
And can I say something? Before that moment, before you go over to that person or you write that person online or whatever it is, you text, whatever it is, that moment right before where you tell yourself, I'm going to do this, and you go, that's the life experience that you're gaining there. That's very, very important. Very, very important.
Important to you.
And the only other time it's going to be more important is after you do that and you get rejected and you fucking get back up and do it again. That's the only other time it's going to be just as important.
It's the same. There are other, I'm with you. I am a champion for that experience. I understand. But for some people, doing like jump, let's use the example jumping out of a plane. People, you know, there's the thrill of going up in the plane and opening the door, and you know, some people go ahead of you and jump out, and you're next, and it's the whole big thing, and then a rush, and then you do it, and it's a whole, you know, that's an experience that there are people that look at it and go, yeah, that's not for me. I'm not going to do that. That you know, not because I'm afraid of the chute not opening or whatever, but it's not an experience I want. That if there are people who look at dating and go, yeah, that's just not an experience that I want. They don't have to experience every stage of everything that everybody else experiences. I mean, if their social life is fine and they're just talking to people but they just don't want to date, fine. They don't have to date. I don't think you need every single experience that every other person in the world has. You don't have to have every single.
I don't know.
You don't have to check off every single box.
I don't know. I disagree.
If you don't want to, that's my point. Because if you could live a totally normal, happy, healthy life with your family, with your friends, and you never date, and you're perfectly happy, and there's nothing wrong with that, and you look at dating and you go, yeah, I'm good.
I don't think so. I think people who don't date suffer in silence all the time.
I'm sure there are people that suffer in silence that way.
I'm trying to help those people, and you're trying to keep me down. I don't understand.
I'm trying to say that if they're choosing not to date because they are not interested in dating, maybe that interest will come later. Maybe it won't. But I mean, everybody has their their own life schedule.
I could see that. I could see the 19-year-old being like, I'm not going to date. I'm going to get my degree and blah, blah, blah. I think they're cheating themselves a little, but I understand the distractions a lot. I just think that at some point you got to do that before you go in and bury yourself in a career or a life that then you're going to be like, oh my God, Maybe,
but if your let's say your whole life, I know someone who is a veterinarian and they never date.
Timmy? You talking about Timmy?
Who's Timmy? Timmy the veterinarian?
Bill?
Joe. Tim, John, Joe, Bill is a veterinarian. They don't really, that I know of, go on dates. They work 7 days a week because that's what they love to do. This person loves to be a vet, take care of animals.
Did they ever date? Have they been on a date?
I
I'm
don't.
gonna need
I don't
to see
even
a
know
picture. I'm gonna need to see a picture.
why.
Let's be honest, okay? I'm not gonna say it. You're gonna make me say it?
This person, I'm just saying, there are people whose priorities are different from yours, and if their life, let's say this person, their whole life is the army, and they live, or their whole life is being a doctor, and they just want to do that and save people's lives, or they want to devote their whole life to traveling, whatever the case may be. Doesn't mean I can't travel today. I have to make sure I hit the dating mark.
I'm fine with all of that, though. I just think you have to try it once. You have to know what that experience feels like once. If you go, hey, dating's not for me, I'm going to be a vet and travel, then be a vet and travel.
You can't tell anybody they have to do shit, man, except pay taxes.
That's the problem. I need to be a dictator. I need more power.
You don't have to. People out there listen to this. You don't have to do anything except be a good person and not.
Is this vet a female or a male?
Does it matter?
I'm just curious.
It does, because any woman can get a date. Men's a little bit more challenging. That's why this Rebel Wilson thing is very curious to me. You're telling me Steve Carell's a virgin? I can believe you. Rebel Wilson? Not so much. I have a hard time.
Tell me, is it a male or a female?
Why?
I just want to know. I'm just curious.
Female.
Now he's lying. Look, it's a male.
Male.
Okay, in the chat, did Frank just lie?
Female.
I don't think Frank can lie. Aaron?
Male.
Hi.
I don't know.
Hello, Aaron.
Hi.
I'm not weighing in on the vet, if that's what you want me to do.
You what?
I'm not weighing in on the vet, if that's what you want me to do.
Tell us who the vet is, Aaron.
Oh.
Admit right now. I want the name and social security number, please.
Well, Frank's held up enough of our bills while writing on the back of them that you could probably figure it out.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Didn't you have a bill that said Frankie with a little heart around it?
What?
No bullshit. I don't know where Cuddles is. I'm pretty sure I had a Starbucks not too long ago, within the last 2 years, and somebody put a heart around my name, and she literally held the cup up and was like, "The fuck is this?" Like, she was upset.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cuddles don't play around.
So, should we do the blind top 5?
Yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm excited.
Baby.
Okay.
I feel like I've been married and I just was flirting with a lot of other women named Put a Finger Down and Last Person Standing, and now I'm back to the old tried and true blind top 5. You never forget your first love, Frank, unless you're telling people they don't have to experience first love at all.
They don't. Experience what you want. If you're an adult, experience what you want to experience. As long as nobody gets hurt. Do your own thing. Don't
you
listen
really
to
believe
Anthony.
that? And this is the thing. I really believe my thing, which is so amazing. Like we could not be more opposed on this. Of like,
not everybody has to experience what you want them to experience. They don't have to do everything. They don't have to do it all.
Could you imagine going through life?
No, I can't.
And not having a steak with a fucking buttery lobster tail next to it.
And there are people that are vegetarians from very young, and they don't not want that, and they don't need that, and that's that.
It's no way to live.
You can't tell them what to do, and that's it.
It's no way to live.
Right.
For you, it's no way to live.
For people, why throw life is precious. Why throw it away?
All right.
On salad. All right, go ahead, Aaron.
Hey, hon.
Thanks for teeing me up once again. For those of you whose life choices include blind top 5, this one is blind top 10 spaces. This one's not my best, but I feel like, whatever. It's Monday night.
It's
We gotta
all
have a
good.
little fun. Okay. So this one's kind of hard to explain. It's just 2-word movies. And the first one is going to start with A, and it's going to go all the way to J. So they're going to be 2-word movies. I've tried to pick movies that I think a lot of people have seen, but if you haven't seen them, you probably know what it's about, and you can put it in your top 10 of your favorite movies. So the first one.
Okay, wait, hold on. Wait.
So,
no, I'm just saying the
Aaron,
first one is a 2-word movie starting with A. Second is a 2-word movie starting with B. I wasn't starting. Sorry. Go ahead.
oh, okay. And then we're just ranking our favorites, where we want to put them.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Okay,
Okay.
Cuddles. I was
I'm here. Hold on, I need paper and a pen. Hold on.
I was trying to delay for Cuddles. So these are 2-word movies, and you are actually going to go in order from A to J. 10 movies. I'm assuming J is the 10th letter in the
Yes.
alphabet.
It is.
Okay. Okay.
I just did it on my fingers.
All right. So here we go. All right. So
Is J Sabs in the room as well?
J Sabs is still here.
Okay.
For the highlight reel, while Cuddles gets adjusted, this is blind top 5.
Take 2.
Aaron.
This is blind top 5. This is blind top 5. Aaron is going to give us 5 categories, and we are going to have to rank them in how much we like them from 1 to 5 without knowing what's coming next. Special to this one is an extra 5 category. So this is actually going to be 10. So nobody had to shout at me as I was doing
I'm
that.
sorry.
I
I'm
know what
sorry. I'm
I know
sorry.
what I'm
Yeah.
doing.
As soon as you did it, I made a face like, oh.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, that was you? I thought that was Cuddles. That's why.
No, it was me.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Stop calling out my wife, you
I'm
jerk.
sorry. That's why I put a little stank on that, because I thought it was Cuddles.
No. That was my fault.
No, you're all
Um,
good. All good.
And for purists, there's only one of these where the 2 words come before a punctuation of a colon. So that's why I included it. So I don't want to hear, this title has more words. It does, but it's only for one of them. I don't think anyone's going to give me a shit unless you're Anthony. So
Right.
Good point. So this is
I might make a face like an ass.
oh no.
this is 2-word movies. We have to rank them on how much we like them without knowing what's coming next. 2-word movies. Go ahead.
And if you don't know it, you probably know the gist of it. I tried to pick really, really, really general movies. So all right. So that's what tonight's is. Nothing
All
fancy.
right, let's do this thing.
Okay. The first one actually kind of ties in with the theme of tonight. American Pie. Do you want to experience Texan pie when you were young, or do you want to devote your life to no pie? And
If it was Janine's movie, it'd be American Peanut Butter.
yikes.
That was good.
Thank you.
That was good. Brought it back. Our theme. All right, I have a big problem with this. I feel like some of you are looking this movie over. This might be one of the great films of all time.
I have to agree.
Oh man, you guys! I put it at 9, folks.
What?
I put it at number 9 because I feel like I was never big into the teen college whatever movie. Just like I'm not really big into mob movies and stuff like that. It's not my genre. I like
Coming of age movies. That's so important in
this isn't a coming of age movie. This is a crazy, I'm banging a pie. I'm banging Stifler's mom. Where my first time is broadcast on a computer. This is not everybody's. This is not
Anthony?
a general life experience movie. This is a
Anthony,
specific.
what is Stifler's mom's name?
Stifler's mom.
What's
The
her
real name? Jennifer Coolidge.
It's Janine. It's Janine.
Thank you.
What? Oh, in the movie, her name is Janine. Ah,
I didn't know that. I thought it was always Stifler's mom. I thought they just
I
called her
guess they-
Stifler's mom.
but I
mean,
put that as 9. 'cause
You're
it's not-
crazy.
Okay.
I honestly, I can't. I don't know. I think that's such a crazy. I think that was our generation's Porky's, and
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean
Our
Porky's
Breakfast
is-
Club. Thank you.
the breakfast. Yeah, you just
Breakfast
named.
Club sucked. No, come on, I can't.
Oh, The Breakfast Club did suck. If you guys,
Come on.
it's not a good movie.
You gotta put one foot
Oh my
in front of the other. Put it
I
down,
can't-
put
I can't do this.
down. Get the hell out of here with that.
There are a few. I'm with you on the Breakfast Club thing, but there are a few movies where it just captures what it's like to be a teenager at that time, at that moment.
I don't
I
think that
agree.
one did it.
Like I remember.
What? Everybody loved that movie.
Yeah, that was
I liked
ours.
it. I enjoyed it, but I wouldn't put it on my top 10. It's number 9 on my list. I'm not saying I hated it. but it
I'm
wasn't.
shocked.
It. I mean, it was funny. It was funny. It had good parts to it, but
Actually,
that
I'm not shocked.
I wasn't. I wasn't over the moon for it, or I wasn't like oh my god, this is the best movie ever.
Have you gone back and rewatched that movie?
Yes.
Not for a while. I haven't watched it in a long
Yeah.
time.
Maybe you should, because I wonder how you would feel about it on like a second or whatever watch now.
Stifler annoyed me. It was funny, but he was a jerk to everybody. The
Not
other
Stifler's
kids
mom?
were all kind of jerks too. They were all jerks. It's hard to root for jerks.
The jerk store called.
They're running out of American Pie.
Look at this. Mercury saying, Frankie, you have issues.
I don't know what to tell you. It's not a bad movie. It's just it's not higher than 9 on my list of top 10 movies that I think are going to come out on this blind top 5. I don't hate the movie. I don't dislike the movie. It's a good movie, and I'd watch it. And I liked it back then when I saw it. But I'm not like crazy about it.
See, Miss Justice said that she's never seen it, and I don't know if I would tell her to see it now.
Why not?
Because it doesn't.
Isn't it an experience that everybody needs and before they can move on with their life, according to the Book of Anthony?
Yeah, but it wouldn't. I could tell her to watch it. I would hope she would. I don't know if she would see it, but there was something about being a teenager when the movie came out, and
it doesn't hit the same.
Right. It just resonated with us.
That's the thing. It didn't resonate with me.
I don't know why.
Because we never did any of the shit that they did. They didn't have giant house parties with beer and Stifler's mom getting banged upstairs. We didn't do any of that shit. That was a movie.
I wish
We
I could have.
wanted to do all that shit.
I really didn't. I wasn't a big, I'm going to have 1 million people in my house party. I'm going to go. We weren't into that kind of
It's
thing.
because Frank had the hot mom. That's why. That's why it was a problem for him.
Yep.
I will punch you in your face.
We always wanted
Am
to
I
have a big
shit-brick?
party at his house, but
Am I shit break? I don't know about it. Damn it.
My super hot mother-in-law.
well, that's shocking to me. Yeah, I don't know if she would get it now. Because my father showed me Porky's. I can't remember the timeline. It was definitely inappropriate. I was far younger than I should have been. I think it was before American Pie, but I remember watching it and going, I get this, but there are some really weird parts. I think I even said that to him. Like, some of these things are really strange and
Dated
bizarre.
too. Yeah, it's
And
very.
And he was like, but this is what we did. He's like, this is what we did when I was a kid. Like, we did these stupid things.
They didn't put their wieners in the girl's shower and get it pulled out, get it pulled by the gym teacher. That was Porky's.
Right. Yeah, I don't think they did. But the idea of going over to Porky's and doing that, trying to find somebody and all that kind of shit. I don't know.
But American Pie, it was weirder. I get it. I get what you're saying.
Because
it's number 9 on my list. Sorry.
Okay.
That's my point.
What I was going to say was
B?
when I what'd you say?
Who's ready for B?
Okay.
Yeah, really.
Let me just say this. What I was going to say
It's
was
gonna be over by 10.
when I saw American Pie, that's when I got Porky's, and I was like, oh, this is what my dad must have felt like. Because
And I
didn't you
get
feel
that.
that same struggle of like the internet and trying to see chicks naked and dating and stupid pacts that you have with friends? We never had a virginity pact, but we did
What
some
pact?
stupid
I
shit.
don't think we had any pacts.
I don't know if we had a pack ever, but we definitely were like, we're all gonna go on this roller coaster and fucking vomit. Like, we did shit like that.
That's The Sandlot, which I liked better.
That's true, I guess. All right, I have American Pie at 3. Frank's got it at 9. J Sabs
3.
3. I feel like cheating and biting off of me, but I'll take it. Cuddles.
No, I had this
5.
Where'd you
Cuddles is
go,
5.
Cuddles? 5. Okay.
5.
All right, fair enough. All right, Aaron. Sorry about that.
No, please don't
It's
apologize.
great.
I
She
ruined
fell
your
asleep.
whatever. Okay, next one is B, and it's Batman Begins.
What?
Batman Begins.
Okay,
Oh,
then which one was that one?
That's Christian Bale. That's the first one
Christian
of that
Bale one.
trilogy. With Scarecrow.
Darn it. I really love that one.
Worst one.
Really good one.
It's the worst one.
No, the third one's the worst one.
No, Bane is more exciting than Here's How Batman Started.
Yeah.
No, like being trained by Ra's al Ghul, that whole thing, that was good.
4.
I think I'm with Janine on that one.
Wow, Jason, I thought you were being sarcastic.
Let me ask you
No,
both
I
this.
really do like that one a lot.
Okay,
Yeah,
let me
that's
ask you
a
this.
great
That one or original Michael Keaton Batman, which one's better?
Original Michael Keaton Batman, but I needed 2 words.
Yeah, agreed. But
Janine,
I don't know.
do you agree?
They're both really good. They're
I
two
haven't
different movies.
No,
Yeah, I
right
haven't seen
about
that one in a long time.
Because the original Batman, the original Michael Keaton Batman, he's already Batman. It's not an origin story, really. You get a little bit of his, the why he became Batman, but in Batman Begins, you get the explanation of the gear and his Batmobile and all this stuff and how everything works and how he physically becomes Batman to
And
training
Morgan Freeman.
and Morgan Freeman and Liam Neeson and Michael Caine. That's a really good movie. Batman Begins. I would go the second, the first, and the third in that trilogy. In terms of which ones are the best.
I'm going 2, 3, and 1. That's where I'm going.
2, 1, 3. Okay, I got him at 4. Batman Begins is 4.
8.
Me too. I have him at 8.
Yes.
But that's it's a coming of age movie. It's every
that's
guy
not a-
has to watch that.
Movie.
It's how else are you going to learn how to be a bat if you don't watch the
2 is, will you stop it? 2 is so good. That movie.
2 should have won Best Picture. Well, I don't even think it was nominated, but it
Yeah.
should have won Best Picture that year.
It should have. All right, Aaron, we're ready for 3.
All right. The third one, and this is the last one that I feel like people might not have seen it. Sorry about that. Cruel Intentions.
Oh my god.
Wow. I was
Oh
so
my
wrong.
God.
I never saw Cruel Intentions.
Are you serious?
I am serious.
Oh my god.
Me and
We're too busy telling people to not watch American Pie.
Oh my
me and-
No, I'm too busy
me and
telling
T just had
people.
an orgasm.
I
I'm
don't even know. I can't.
Too
Oh
busy telling people to go on dates when they don't want to.
All
right, now-
what's going on over there?
I've
You okay?
seen what?
Is Cuddles okay? I don't even know what the
Oh
verdict
my
is for this
God,
movie.
I love
Having-
that movie.
Oh,
I
okay.
had an orgasm like I.
Oh my god, no! I've had a lot of wine, but oh my god,
I know.
how
I've.
could you say people haven't seen that?
I haven't seen it.
I
I
agree.
know-
Frank, what the fuck is wrong with you?
A lot,
I
apparently.
love
I don't
you,
know.
but that is
Apparently,
I don't know.
I've seen that movie, but I forgot what it's about. Weren't they brother and sister, and
there
they
was a
tricked the
brother
one?
and sister, and oh my god.
Didn't Sarah Michelle Gellar make out with
Another chick? Doesn't she make out with a chick?
Chick in
Yes,
Yeah, that was the hottest
with
thing.
Selma Blair.
yes,
Selma
Selma Blair. One of the most the song that was like our high school, like practically our anthem. The
What
sing-
song?
It's called something symphony.
Bittersweet Symphony by the Verve.
Yes, yes. Oh my god, Aaron, I fucking love you.
Great.
It's like you're finishing my sentences.
Because she
I
is.
love you.
Love you too.
Bittersweet
put-
Symphony. Come on, that was like our high school, like
I put Cruel Intentions at 8 because I never saw it, but it's above American Pie based on the reaction
okay.
that
You re-
that Cuddles and
Cuddles
Janine
gave
gave.
You're crazy. All right, I'm gonna put Cruel Intentions at number 10, and I'm gonna explain why. I
Oh,
can't
God.
stand Ryan Felipe's face.
Oh, God.
I
oh,
can't.
He was hot.
He does have a
was-
certain smugness about him. Smugness is not a good
He
quality.
was very smug.
He's the definition of smug. He took smug to a new level.
Smug Costanza.
He re-smugged smug. Did he marry Witherspoon after that?
He did.
Or-
Yes.
okay.
They had 2 children and
After
a
that-
divorce.
And they got divorced, right? Okay. Because she woke up one day and goes, "Ugh, that's what I married."
Come on. Bittersweet
Um,
Symphony was like amazing.
Also,
Billy.
I agree. The song, and it was of our time too. But did he ever make a movie after? Like, was he ever in anything after that fucking movie?
No.
That was his symphony, if
Half
you
of-
will. Bittersweet as it is.
Wait, was that before?
When was Gosford Park? That was before that.
No, but wasn't he in the movie the one with the killer?
I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
Wasn't
yes.
he in that? Was that before or after that?
Was he in
It was
that?
like the same week, and he was very smug in that too.
True.
He's smug in everything. But yes, he was in that.
He is smug in everything. Yeah, franchise, that doesn't count though. All right, next one. Oh wait, Janine,
Okay.
where'd you put that?
Oh,
Two.
Two.
Wow.
That's very high.
I put it at 2.
Wow.
You two
Yep.
are. You've made
Where'd you put it in?
horrible errors. 10 because of his stupid fucking smug face.
Oh.
That's a stupid fucking smug face.
I probably would have put it at 4 if it wasn't for his dumb fucking face.
I would put it at 10, but I haven't seen it, and I gave a little credit because of the reaction that it got.
You were
guess who's
influenced.
watching it tomorrow?
Oh,
You and Anthony.
great. Put my smug glasses on.
All right, Aaron, we're ready.
All right, now these movies, I think more people have seen them. D is Dick Tracy.
Oh, I love Dick Tracy.
Oh, good one.
One of my favorite Frank impressions ever comes from Dick Tracy.
We're being bucked. We're being bucked. I think we're being bucked.
It's the best ever. That is the best ever. That's Pacino when he's looking at in the
Damn
club.
right.
Oh, so
We're
good.
being bucked.
Number 9. I
Oh,
hate
no.
that movie.
They're good for the liver.
I don't.
Janine. Cuddles.
I
That's a
put that
great
at
movie.
6. It was a good movie.
So many people in that too. I got it in at 3, and I'm surprised they haven't remade it yet. It's such it's a movie that is just ready to be for an updated version. They remake everything and they reboot everything.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that one. We only have one version of that movie.
Yes. I'm surprised to see some of the high scores here. Mercury at 7, DJ Shenanigans 4, Christine 4, TD 4, 9 for Robin,
Wow.
7 for Miss Justice, Raven at 6. I'm with Frank. I put it at 4 because I got American Pie at 3. I mean, come
It's a
on.
great movie.
Summer blockbuster. Madonna at her height.
Yep.
Who's the main character there? I'm sorry.
Dick Tracy was
Warren Beatty.
Warren
Thank you.
Beatty, right?
Didn't he direct?
He did. Yes, and he surprised everyone because it was really a masterpiece. He used the colors and the
Oh,
Oh,
man,
man.
it was such
It
a
was like
good
being a
comic book
comic book.
movie. Yeah.
Wonderful comic movie. Is Warren Beatty like kind of in his director heyday because he
So
started
many
directing
people.
much older?
There were like a dozen huge names in that movie.
Pacino, Dustin Hoffman,
Dustin Hoffman,
Sorvino.
Sorvino, Madonna, Warren Beatty. That's 5.
Catherine O'Hara for like 5 seconds. You wouldn't believe
Catherine
me if I
O'Hara.
told you, but yes.
Yes,
Um,
she's in it.
what's-
No lines,
who's
I don't think,
Jimmy
but she's in
Caan?
it. James Caan. Yep, Jimmy Caan is in it.
That's right. The
Who's-
kid, the kid grows up to be.
The kid is he's in it. I think he was in not American Pie, but one of those fucking.
He was in
teen movies.
Hook, and then he was in Can't Hardly Wait. My
Can't
sister
Hardly Wait.
knew him when she went to college. They went to school together.
There you go. Who was the mayor? Was Dick Van Dyke was in that?
Oh yeah.
Ton of people. Oh, what's his name from? Mandy Patinkin is in that.
That's right.
That's why he's the piano player.
He's the piano player.
That's right.
So
Oh, I
many
forgot
people.
that.
With keys.
Yes, 88 keys. Good movie.
And Aaron mentioned it before. There's only like 5 colors in the whole movie.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
It's like everything
That's
is
great.
yellow, black, white, red, blue, green. Like that's it. There's like all the everything is basic colors.
Glenn Heddy is Tess Trueheart. She's great.
Yes, she's great. in
R.I.P.
that. Tess.
R.I.P.
I didn't want to be alive in the 20s, 30s, or 40s if I wasn't going to date a woman named Tess. It's the
I
only
have
way
a
to go.
Tommy gun in a violin case
Yeah.
for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Good one. All right, I'll put it at 4. All right, Aaron, we're ready. We're ready for the 5th entry.
Okay, this is the one with the colon. It's E.T. I know there's more, the extraterrestrial, but we're doing E.T. for the 2 words because I want to. And there's a colon, and it's E.T. Hooray.
That's another masterpiece.
Mm.
That's tough. I'm gonna go with number 5.
I have to agree. Summer blockbuster, big part of our childhood. The Ride. I can't put him. I'm keeping my 1 or 2 spot open.
Same. I got him at 5 too.
Cuddles?
1 and 2 is
7.
open. What?
7.
7.
7. Okay.
All right, number 5. Yeah, 'cause that the score. Was it Steven Spielberg? I think the score is John Williams.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a groundbreaking movie. That the costume, the character was just such an awesome character. It was made 40 years ago, and it's still
gets quoted today.
It's such a great movie.
Maybe not as much as 10, 20 years ago, but still gets quoted.
E.T. baby.
Elliot. All right,
I'll
Aaron.
be right here. Okay.
All right, this is the only one I haven't seen. Free Willy.
Fuck
Free
that
Willy.
bullshit.
Um,
Movie sucks balls.
10.
No,
10.
it does not.
I'm sad I put Cruel Intentions at 10 because Free Willy with his
Free
smug
Willy was
face
a-
should be down there.
That movie.
Who's with
You know what?
the whale
You know what?
smug
You know why
face?
I'm
Well,
putting it
smug
at 10?
face.
You know why I'm putting it 10? Because this is what my husband says every night before he pulls his pants down.
He says Free Willy. Oh. and then you jump over it and miss.
Right.
That I got it in at 7. My one problem with that movie was the ending. Can I spoil it? Everybody knows that famous ending, right?
Yeah.
Is it all right to spoil it? Aaron, I know you didn't see it. Is it all right to spoil it?
Yeah.
Everybody knows the ending where Willie
You're
jumps
helping
over
her by telling her the ending.
Okay. So
She doesn't have to
Willie
sit through a shitty fucking movie to see the end.
jumps over the rock wall and the kid. So it's hard. It was hard enough for Willie. Like, the kid wasn't sure Willie was going to make it over the fucking rock wall, let alone have to now jump over, add his fucking 5 feet to it. And with his arm up in the air. Now, not only does he have to clear the rock wall, but now he's got to clear the fucking kid too. And he just made it harder for Willie to jump over the thing. That was my one note for that movie. Don't make it harder for Willie.
I did hate that kid's face too, now that I think about it.
Michael Madsen was the guy,
Yeah, which he deserved. Like, he was such a tough guy, and then all of a sudden he's the
he
kid's
was like
dad.
the stepdad or adopted dad. The kid was adopted, right? It was a foster
Yeah, but
situation.
I don't believe it because I feel like if it was true, Michael Madsen would have snagged the shit out of that kid and been like, "Be a man, stop being
Maybe the real Michael Madsen
such a pussy about this fucking
would have danced around and just stuck in the middle with you and cut his ear off.
taking the kid for some beers,
Right.
All right.
All right. So I got him at number. What was that? Number 7. It's Free Willy.
Oh my god.
What's wrong?
Free Willy at 4.
Crazy.
Okay.
Way too high. I have him at 9. Janine, where'd you put him?
10.
Okay. All right, Aaron.
Oh god.
Okay. Next up for G is Ghostbusters 2. Now this is not Ghostbusters.
Oh,
This is
baby.
the second one with
Damn
Vigo
right.
the painting, which was very
Oh,
scary.
Plastic.
that's a good one.
I was scared of Vigo. I don't know about anybody else.
It
Probably
was a
not.
great movie. I got it number 2.
I was just thinking about putting it in at number 2.
That's such a great movie. Both Ghostbusters are amazing.
Yeah. I'm going to put it at number 2. And this is the part of the problem. I just took my son to see the new Ghostbusters.
Ah,
You
how was
did
it?
without me? I told you I wanted to see that.
Did you?
Afterlife was very good.
Okay.
This is Frozen Empire.
We watched Afterlife in the morning, and then we went to go see Frozen Empire in the afternoon.
Was it
Yeah.
good?
Yeah.
Was it better than Afterlife? Same? Worse?
Same.
All right, I could deal
It
with
was
that.
good. I think you would enjoy it. I left going, I want to show him the original too, because I think he's going to love them more.
You got to show them the originals are classics.
Yeah.
Those, there's no better than that.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to go with Frank and put it at number 2. J Subs.
Well, you know what? This is a movie I really, really love. It's going to go to number 1 for me.
Wow.
Ghostbusters 2 at number 1.
Tell me the truth, Janine. Did you have a crush on Vigo?
Maybe.
Oh my God.
I know, and he's weirdo, right?
He is a big weirdo.
You scared me.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that movie a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Cuddles.
I have him at 3.
It's pretty
Good
high.
enough. Good
Okay.
enough. Pretty good.
I'm gonna take. I felt like I sold you short. I think that this one, Frozen. What is it? Frozen Empire.
Right.
It's better than Afterlife.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's good.
Afterlife.
I loved Afterlife. Afterlife was very good.
But
I
I
want
think
to
you'll
actually take my kids on Saturday to go see it.
yeah, go see. I think you'll enjoy it more from the fact that there's no spoil here. It's in New York, so
Yeah, I know. That's why I want to see
Right.
it.
it feels a bit more like the older days. So yeah, for sure.
And you can't beat that. One of the way they got that siren from.
I
That's such
It's
a good.
so
siren.
funny that you said that because the second it comes on, you're just like, you get chills. You're like, yeah.
Yeah. It's such a good. I
Get a
think
little
everything should have that siren. Police, ambulances, fire trucks, they should all have that.
Agree. All right, we got 3 left. I have 1, 6, and 7. Frank,
I have 1, 6, and 10.
Janine,
I have 6, 7, 8.
Cuddles.
I have 1, 9, and 10.
3 out of the 4 of us have 1 available. Oh my goodness.
Here we go.
It's decision-making time / we're all about to get errand time.
So this is going to be H.
Mercury
Okay,
has 2, 3, and 4.
H, and this one was also on the Christmas movie count. So anybody who wants to complain about that, go to Discord and find me. Do you know what it is, Cuddles?
Oh my God, what is it?
Christmas Vacation?
No, it's
Yeah,
H.
because that's
Starts with
2
H.
words and starts with H.
Oh, shit.
The house.
Idiot.
I'm being so mean to you tonight, and I don't know why.
No, I'm a big
It is-
dumb. I'm such a dumb for that. That was awful.
No,
Christmas
but that's not good.
Vacation. Fucking
This-
asshole.
Is Home Alone.
Home Alone.
Oh.
Number 1.
Oh boy.
It's decision-making time. Are we going to get another movie
Better than
out of the
Home
next
Alone?
2 better than Home Alone? This
Well,
is
here's
a
the
gamble.
thing.
Nope.
The next 2 movies are I and J.
I didn't think about that.
The 2-word movies with first word starts with an I, and then the next one first word starts with a J.
Nope.
See, but again,
Whoa.
I'm getting game show nervous.
Salsa break.
Where I can't think of any film that starts with an I or a J.
I, Robot. Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna put. I have to. I mean,
Look at this before you give your thing. Look at this out of the gate. Mercury 2, Miss Justice 1,
1.
Christine 1, Robin 2, DJ 1.
1.
yeah, I have to because my other choices are 6 or 10, and I can't put Home Alone that low. It's got to. I have to put them at 1.
I'm with Frank.
Lindy
If I
just
can, yeah,
put-
go ahead.
Lindy just put in the chat what I could possibly be, and that's a pretty good one.
That's a really good movie too.
It's a good guess, but it's wrong.
Oh, all right.
Nicole
That seals it
with-
then. I got insider trading info. I'm going to put Home Alone at number 1.
Well, we could get errand here. We don't know.
Frank, you're 1.
1.
Cuddles.
1.
Cuddles is 1.
Lots of 1s in the chat as well.
So is Nicole. Nicole adding 1s. Janine.
6.
Oh,
I
crap.
don't have
Alright.
anything left.
What do you have left now?
7 and
7
8.
and 8.
7 and 8, right? Okay.
I got 6 and 7. You got 6 and 10. Cuddles, you have
9 and 10.
9 and 10. Oh,
Here we
Cuddles is in prime Erin territory.
go. You are teed up.
Yeah.
10.
All right, Erin.
Iron Man was an excellent guess, Lindy. But who's up for a little Independence Day?
Oh man, that's a great one.
That's a great one. I'll tell you what. I'm comfortable sliding that in at number 6 on my list right now.
Same. I could live with that because it's
That's number
right
7
below.
for me.
It's right below E.T. Different alien movie, but E.T. didn't destroy the entire planet, so that's
Same.
a plus.
I got fucking errands.
Hey, Hey, we were sweethearts earlier in the scene. If I
That was-
I
remember.
still love you,
correctly.
but I got errands.
All
That
right,
was
cool.
earlier. Yeah, that was early. That was before Blind Top 5.
Yeah. Damn it.
Next time I go to Starbucks, I'm gonna have them put cuddles on my cup, and I'm gonna put a heart around it.
Oh.
Aw.
So now this is tough because whatever Aaron says next, it starts with a J. It has to go in my number in the 10 spot. It's gonna be the worst one.
Does it start with a J or is like okay?
It's 2 words. The first word starts with a J.
Starts with a J. Okay, then it's not the jerk because that's what I was worried about.
It's jerk, comma the.
The jerk comma that is what I was thinking.
Oh, if it's here's where Anthony I think if the movie comes out that I think is going to be said, Aaron Anthony's going to get errand right now.
Errand. I got number 7 left. But you
I'm going to
down-
write down
write down
what
your
I
guess.
think it's going to be.
You're gonna flip it when she says it. All right. Well, Frank is writing. Nicole writes. Ant is a closet addict. Sorry, late to the party. Catching up on the show.
Wait, are you a closet or an attic?
Both.
Okay.
I think I have an addictive personality for sure. I think I'd get murdered on drugs. That's partially why I don't do them. Yeah.
All right.
Do cocaine right now. I couldn't do it. Heroin, any of that kind of stuff. Cuddles, let me ask you a question.
What?
We both go to the doctor. We're 92. Doctor says you both have testicular cancer. And
I get another
It's a little-
doctor, but that's okay.
It's a little tidbit about cuddles we didn't know.
that made me laugh. That was really funny. All right. The doctor says we both have cancer. 6 months to live.
Yeah.
Would you do heroin with me? Would we do
Yeah.
heroin?
Yes.
See?
That's
devotion right there. That's good.
Jeez, 20 minutes after saying that you never did any pacts, you guys go full blown 90 years old heroin pact. Very sweet.
We're gonna rock it too. All right, Aaron, his guest is coming in. I want to get to Frank's guest. He's gonna hold up his paper. Go ahead. What's the last film?
Well, it is not jury duty. And it
No,
is
I
not Jack Frost because it is Jurassic Park.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be.
Oh, Jerry Maguire.
I thought it was gonna be
Guess, Frank.
Thank
Fucking
you.
Christ.
Mercury had it. Raven agreed. ES, Nicole, all guessed Jurassic Park.
Jesus.
Wow.
Movie.
And I hate that my only spot left is 10 because that is a fantastic movie. I would put it, if I could rework this, definitely in the top 3.
Yep.
If I could.
100%.
Jurassic Park
See?
is a classic, amazing movie.
You got Aaron. Your list is useless now.
Yeah,
Nobody's
my
going to
list
respect
is-
the list with Jurassic Park at 10.
No,
Tiny-
it's a bad list.
too. I'm done. No, I'm mad.
Tiny little editorializing for me with this was that I mentioned the other day that I'd only seen it once in theaters when I was like 12 or 13. And Frank was like, we have to watch it again. So I watched it again and I was like blown away. I was like, does anybody know about this movie? It's so good. And he was like,
We gotta
"Yes,
spread the
everyone
word."
knows about Jurassic Park." I was like, I don't remember it being this good. I was like, holding my breath and it was so weird. I'm like, do you think the kid dies? And Frank's like, the kid probably doesn't die. Like, you should know that. No
Spoiler
offense.
alert.
Yeah, the kid, it's just like, it was so good. I'm still thinking about it. It's so
Such
funny
a
the way
great
I was
movie.
like, we gotta tell people about Jurassic Park.
And it kicks all the sequels, it kicks their ass. It's better
Oh,
than
yeah.
every sequel of Jurassic Park that came out.
That is true.
Jurassic Park is so great because on top of being a wonderful action movie with dinosaurs and everything, it's like, can man be God? That's like the
Yeah.
underlying thing in the whole film.
Nature just fucking overtakes and man has no control and it's a whole plus Newman is in it.
Newman was it. All right, so
Dude.
I have to tell you, aside from maybe swapping Jurassic Park and Independence Day, I think my list was pretty good. Cruel Intentions deserves to be last on this list.
No.
If I could, I would probably bump everything down and put Jurassic Park up at like number 2 or 3. And I would move everything down one spot. Just to put my number 10 Jurassic Park up to like 2 or 3.
So your list
that's the only
stinks
change.
You'd have to change everything, basically. Is what
Well,
you're
I
saying.
would just move everything down 1 just to take out Jurassic Park and put it in higher. That's all
It's
I would
still
change.
9 changes.
That's barely 9 changes. But that was a great and Erin was very skeptical of the said this one wasn't the best, but this was a great list.
This was a phenomenal list.
Oh, good guys. Thanks
It's
for
done.
playing along. Thank
You
Who
did
you.
a
the
great
fuck
job.
would have thought of 2-worded movie? Where did you come from with this list?
I make lists all day. It's true, I do.
True.
Erin, before you had the blind top 5 on this show, did you just do this on your own, like come up with lists?
Yes, I come up with lists of, 10 movie characters whose names start with A, 10 movie characters whose names start with B.
No,
I
now you're
do
messing with me.
3
No,
songs,
true.
Do you
three-word
really?
songs. I'll tell you a funny story. I think you guys remember, like 10 or 12 years ago, I got mugged on Christmas Eve walking my dog. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Oh, anyway.
I don't
Yeah.
think I knew you 12 years ago, 10 years ago.
Okay, maybe it was like 10. But anyway, I was walking my dog. It was Christmas Eve. Some guys were jacking open trunks to see if anybody had put their Christmas presents there because they were desperate. And it was 6 a.m. and I was walking my dog and they mugged me. And when I told the cops, they were like, what were you doing? And I was like, I was saying like 10 movies that I know Madonna is in. And he was like, out loud? And I was like, yes. And he was like, he like stopped the tape recorder and he's like, we can't blame the victim, but stop doing that shit. And I was like, okay, but I didn't. I still do it. So yeah, I make lists all day. It just keeps me sane. But yeah, and then I figured, but I would start watching some movies because we have K through Z.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's 2 words, and I don't know if it's 1 word, and I don't know if it's 3 words. So just do a lot of movie watching in this weekend if you can.
That's funny because I don't know if I don't necessarily make lists like you do, but I definitely, if I ever think of something, I start to rank it. Like if somebody's like, "Oh, do you want a Pepsi?" and I'll go, and I'll look at we went to the movies. The guy's like, "You want a Pepsi?" and I'm like, "Do I want a Pepsi, Sprite, or root beer?" And I'll tell him what it is, but in my mind, I will finish ranking I was like, if I didn't get that, I'll get this and this. I rank things immediately. That weird?
That's not weird.
It's not weird. You want the best.
Yeah.
It feels a little weird.
Sprite's the best, by the way.
I don't think so. We don't have time. We don't have time to get
We
into
don't
another
have time
block.
for that. No, that's true. That's true. I don't think that debate will have to wait for another day.
All right.
Great
This
job,
was
Erin.
good. Yeah, this
Thanks,
was a
guys.
good one.
Have a wonderful night. You guys are the
You too.
best, all of you. Thank you.
We are pretty good. Thank you.
All right.
You think she's ever gonna flop?
No, these are all great.
None of them. Not once have we finished and went, "Oh, she
That
didn't
was a
have it
clunker.
tonight."
No.
Yeah,
It's all good.
Every
That's a
one
fun-
of them.
She does what she's doing. She's,
But these are crazy. That's a crazy wrinkle to be 2-worded movies. I was like, that adds a whole new element of like, I don't know.
That's
Thought.
Erin, that's Erin's it's a great.
And
she's
puts
not-
it in
she's not
alphabetical
phoning it in.
order. Yeah, like I would have never thought of this. I would have
Erin
never thought of that.
Erin thinks about these. She doesn't phone it in. She puts a lot of good thought into this. So
Yeah, I
she
would
works
love
this
it
out.
if she makes it to 90. She might not though, depending on when she likes to walk a dog. But if she does make it to 90, I would love to do heroin with her. Just let her know that.
So when we all get to 90, we're all going to do heroin. Is that the thing?
Ramen goes
Heroin.
heroin at 90. We might be watered down. Could you imagine
don't-
we finally get there and it's shitty heroin?
Nothing but the best for the AOAers.
We'll see you guys next episode.
Show me potato salad.
Get that Oval book, link in the description.
Maybe we should go now.